Hey, Dr. Juice here. Another episode of Juice TV. Hey, now this is a hunting and fishing show. Why am I playing guitar and showing you pictures of claws? Well, it has to do with audio communication. We use that a lot in hunting, whether it be duck calls, deer calls, moose calls. But now we have the ability of having 70 underwater fish calls. It's the Talk with Fish. And you can get that on the website, talkwithfish.com or Dr. Juice USA. It's got the 8-foot cord. You plug it into your phone or into your tablet, and now you put this underwater. You could put it on a trolling motor. You can put it on the transom of a boat. You can drop it off a dock or from the bank. Now you're bringing in the fish. It's playing out through this special speaker that works underwater. And right now it's putting out the shiners. So check that out on the website. Having 70 underwater fish calls with the Talk with Fish app. There's apps for the iPhone, iPad. Also, just last month we came out with the Android app. It's free. You get it on the Google Play Store. Okay, we'll take a look at the Apple app. It's on this the iPad here. Whoa. Right here. Okay, here's all the species. Goes from barracuda, bass, all the way to dolphins. We have dolphins and whales, killer whale calls, saltwater fish, Nassau grouper, northerns, salmon, trout. Let's take a look at the smallmouth right here. And then we've got all the calls. We've got bag of rocks used in New Zealand. They put rocks in a bag and jiggle it underwater. Brings in the fish. Bait fish click, bubbles, crawfish eaten. So it's a sound of feeding. There's also some sexual spawning calls. Here's the darter minnow, fathead minnow spawning call. That's going to bring in those fish to eat those species. Frogs. Okay, what I wanted to look at, well, here's the famous herring farts. You can hear those. Kind of a long fart. It's how herring schools stay together at night. Salmon and trout are going to come along and be excited by that. But now let's go back. We're going to go back down to the call that excited those snapping turtles to start having sex. It might be why they knew there were shiners around. They had food. Something stimulated them. But it's an interesting call. It was discovered 10 years ago. Who would think shiner minnows are making sounds? This is an aggressive sound when they feel threatened. All kinds of fish love shiners, bass, walleye, trout. And you're using this with the underwater speaker. As I've said, I'm playing the shiner minnow aggressive call. It's the call that they make when they feel threatened. To me, it sounds like a turkey call. I think I could call in a turkey with that. But it's the sound that they make underwater, and of course all the species that like shiner minnows are going to come and investigate. But when I started playing it for these turtles, somehow it stimulated them to think about having sex. Maybe they knew there was food around, that it was a good area. And he's poking her in the head. She actually had a white spot on her head. I guess I don't know, but it's part of their mating ritual. And some people might think, well, that's kind of abusive, poking her in the head like that. But it's their ritual, and it's hard to argue with something that's been very successful for 100 million years. And they breathe through their butt because they hibernate in the winter. The ice covers it. They can't breathe air for oxygen. They bury down in the mud, hibernate, and they open up their cloaca. And that's like an anus, except it is used to lay eggs. The penis is inside of there. They also use it to defecate and urinate. But they can open it up. And they have a plexus in there that absorbs oxygen out of the water, much like a fish's gill. Check out Talk with Fish with Sharks. Whoa! Cool. Well, is there much blood?
Talk with Fish. It's a guarantee it works. I remember when I came out here and I put this in the water, and as soon as it went in the water, man, the shark just came, man, and grabbed the line. I couldn't believe it. It really works. You need to get one of these. Talk with Fish. It's a guarantee it works.
Check out Talk with Fish with salmon.
That's a big one.
Yeah, no wonder. Make sure it's not a steelhead.
Over.
Once again, the underwater speaker prevails. Nice fish. Good size. All right, put it in the pool.
Well, we had a great day out fishing. We used Talk with Fish today, and that's an underwater speaker that lures in the fish so you can catch a buttload like this.
Check out Talk with Fish with bass. I got my Talk with Fish underwater speaker here. I've got a bungee cord. We're going bass fishing, so we're going to put it on the trolling motor. We're playing sounds of bass slashing at shiners, and so that's going to excite the fish and bring them in. I think he's getting some weeds. Yep. Check out Talk with Fish with trout. Got my Talk with Fish speaker out here lake trout fishing. The herring fart's going with the iPhone app. Fish, this is the last day of fishing, but we got some real nice lake trout out here for a... Check out Talk with Fish with Barracuda. You've seen we're out here fishing for barracudas down in the Bahamas, and I've got my Talk with Fish speaker, and it's doing the cuskeel sounds, which is their mating sound. It's a baby. Cool. Check out Talk with Fish with Sunfish.
Crunching beetles. Get out of there now. Crunching beetles. Water. Throw it in the water. Yeah. Ooh, nice one. Nice one.
Underwater speaker works great. Got the beetles, crunching beetles on there. Really brings them in.
Check out Talk with Fish on the App Store, the Google Play Store, the Apple iPhone App Store, and check out the website, talkwithfish.com. Check out drjuiceusa.com. That'll get you there as well. And I think I'm going to go out, take my speaker, play some tunes out in the lake.